Now to GMA Health Alert, a just released study that finds that engaging in a brain game could lower your risk of dementia. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here to break it on down. This was a very long, well-studied, long-term study, a lot of people in that about the brain games.
Yes, and it's such an interesting study because so many of us fear dementia and we're looking for lifestyle interventions that we can do. And so in this study, they looked at around 2,000 adults, average age 74, who were healthy. And then they put them into 3 different cognitive exercise training groups. One group got reasoning exercises, one got memory, and one got what's called speed processing exercises. They then looked at Medicare claims data over the next 20 years to see who developed dementia. And they found that there was only one group that had a reduced risk, and that was the speed processing group, who also got booster training sessions. So most of the groups got about 2 hours of training per week for 5 weeks. Some got an additional training at 11 months and 35 months. So that speed processing group that got that booster had a 25% reduction in the risk of developing dementia. This is the first trial that really shows a reduced risk of dementia with any sort of lifestyle intervention.
Does doing live television count as speed processing?
It does not, George. Wish it did.
Right.
So what does?
Right, so speed processing, you may not have heard of what that is, but essentially it is a computer program that focuses on the speed and accuracy of visual information processing. Now, it's a computer program that's going to adjust or adapt to you. So the more you do and you do well, you're going to get more challenges. If you don't, then it's going to get a little bit easier. This was developed by 2 researchers, and it's patented. It's now part of an app or a website that you can go to called Brain HQ. It's called Double Decision. You can actually go on there and you can either subscribe to this app and do the double decision if you look up the name of the study, which is called Active, and you can get sent the ability to do this at 2 hours per week, which is roughly what they did in the study. And so I did it yesterday just to kind of see what it was. And so, for example, it will show you a screen with different colored butterflies. Let's say 2 of the butterflies are the same color, 1 is different, and it flashes them at you, and then they go away. And then you have to remember exactly where you saw the 2 same butterflies and put that on your screen. And then it does it again and again and again, except the flashes get faster and faster. So you can do it on your phone, you can do it on a computer. It takes, 5 minutes.
So what does this all tell you, Dr. Narula, about the, because we all want to fight the risk of dementia. What does this tell you?
I think it's really hopeful because it tells us, again, what we have learned, which is that the brain is plastic. It is not fixed, that we can use training exercises like this to rewire it. And that this speed training, for example, they think actually changes the function, the structure, and chemicals in the brain. And they think it does this because it follows a neuropsychological principle called Hebb's Law, which says neurons that fire together wire together. And it's this idea that you're activating all at the same time multiple different areas in the brain in a synchronous fashion. And somehow that's really building and strengthening these pathways, and it's buffering against the development of dementia. You wonder, researchers say, how can just 10 to 22 hours do this? And they say it's called implicit learning. It's like learning a bike riding, for example, when you're a child, right? Children can learn that, they say, in 10 hours. So doing this kind of activity in just that brief amount of time, it stays with you. You don't have to practice it. It becomes a skill and part of your life. But I think this is really promising for people when you think of the number, 7 million Americans with Alzheimer's expected to double by 2060, and really something that many, many people fear. So this is hopeful.
Fascinating. Thank you.